Good morning, everybody. It's me, Coffee Stitcher. It is the second Sunday in April, if you can believe that. How is everybody? Awesome, that's excellent to hear. So we have a scotch of haul today. We've got whip updates. We've got, I think, a smidgen of Q&A, as well as, of course, whip updates and stitching plans. So, without further ado, we'll jump into the Q&A. The first question comes from Heather Gallegos, and she asks if the back of my wall hanging for this piece has a backing, and yes, it does. So I was not the one who assembled this. This was, if you go back to like a late December 2020, early January 2021. I don't remember quite when I showed it off. It was a gift from some very dear stitching friends. So I did not do the finishing on it, but it does have a backing. So, yes. Lynn X Stitches says that I should definitely finish A Christmas Carol. I should clarify that with Christmas Carol, the main design and one of the minis is done. I just have the two other small ones. So what I will probably do after I finish Pride and Prejudice is I'll hop over, do one of the Christmas Carols, and then I'll go to Frankenstein, and then finish out with the last Christmas Carol. So that's probably how I'll split that up. Then we'll see what we're going to do for work projects from there. Or as I've kind of started referring to it as more the 100 stitches a day project. Which is funny because pretty much every day I've gone over that 100 stitches, but that's okay. So, yeah. And that's it for the Q&A. Y'all know I do enjoy the Q&A. Please feel free to drop it down below. Alright. So I did get a better staple gun, so I have finished the canvas for the Leslie Tier Wizard of Oz. I probably should trim the fabric down, but meh, whatevs. Unfortunately, it does have one crease that it sat folded far too long. So, without it going to be professionally stretched for framing, it wasn't coming out. But I'm okay with that. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so we'll just put you back up after the video, since that's apparently not going to be something in my skill set at this moment. Alright, so. Haha. Alright, so the haul this week, I know I keep saying I don't need any more, but, whatevs. Vicky Gable of Stitch and Button was doing a D-stash, so I got this cute, because I've got a Halloween one from Cricut Collection, so this is fresh from the oven, and it's a little bit more Christmassy. It's got gingerbread and sugar cookies for the aprons. But I just thought they were super cute. And and then I got a project bag from her, and she included a little info card as well as two really fancy looking floss drops. But it's strawberries and French kitchen-y. So this is going to be what I'm going to put my French kitchen project in. Because, yeah, I'm apparently that country kitchen gay now. That's the phase I'm entering. So, gingham, French things, and chickens. Alright, so what did I work on this week? Well, first of all, oh shoot, I forgot to grab one. Okay, so, well, that's okay. You kind of know what it looks like. The tasks this week in Magic Stitches was based around the something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. So The something old is we get to 100 stitches, so I haven't touched something or Wicked Siblings yet for my something old. My plan is to at least hit that today. Something new originally was Twilight Woods by Wishing Thorn, but I wasn't happy with my conversion, and I decided that I wanted to actually just use her colors, but on the same fabric that I'd started on. But after frogging it, I just didn't feel like doing a restart. So, spun the wheel, and out from the archives came the Hygge stories that I know you all enjoyed so well. So, this is where I'm at so far. My plan is to go ahead and finish this one out today. Because I do believe that's achievable. Let me scroll up so I can show you all what it looks like. Because I don't really have a whole lot left to do stitching-wise, and then the back stitch. So I do believe I can accomplish that here fairly quickly. But that'll be it. So that was my something new, because this was the new start and newly resurrected piece. I did not charge this, and I meant to, so this is going to have to go on the charger just the second I get back into the living room. Okay. My something borrowed, I classified as Stitching Witches, because surely amongst this coven of witches, there must have been some borrowing of things that went on. And here is, I got 3 bands done. So I did those 2 bands technically, and that spiderweb lace, which was a beast to do. Beautiful. I love how it turns out, but I needed a break after doing this one. So, but it looks really cool. So I'm happy with it. But it makes me a little bit anxious about tackling the later pieces of lace that are coming. So that's where I got on that. And then let's see. And then for my something blue, I worked on Count Your Blessings, because it's on blue fabric. And that's where I got on it. So I got the dried time and the start of the next. So this is one that's going to be a good, like, pardon my hiccup. That's a good one for like a Friday night, because there's a lot more solid film this month. So I shall work on that then. Okay. And then on Sunday last week, I worked on Secret Garden from Tiny Modernist, and I finished out the blue as well as the top part of the border. Which gave me a monthly goal finish. Yay! This is on Moccasin from Fortnite Fabrics. And then my work project this week was Pride and Prejudice by Stitching Book Club. I got a little over 600 stitches in on it in 5 days. So that let me, this is on Heaven's Fury from Under the Sea Fabrics. So I got the plates, so 2 of the plates, and I got the start of the flower urn done. So here's the full, whoop. No, that's not what I wanted. I don't know what I just did. Okay. No. There we go. Okay. So there's the full pattern. I'm debating on taking out the letters from inside the plates, simply because since I'm not as familiar with Pride and Prejudice, I know its character names and who they get partnered up with, but I do not know the book that well, and I feel like it's going to be one of those things I'm going to look at it every time and go, who are those characters again? So I'm thinking I may leave the centers just blank. But we'll see. So my plan for this week should be to finish out at least the flowers on the top part of the urn, and then the urn itself. So that's going to be my focus this week, is on those. And then we can come back and pick up with the plates and such. So I'm hopeful. I don't think it'll be an April finish. But I am hopeful that maybe by the end of May this one will be done. So I know she's got the next book planned, because I asked her about it, but she hasn't set a release date yet. So I'm hoping at least to have Pride and Prejudice finished before the next book starts. Whenever that happens to be. But if not, then I'll jump right on to what I've got in the queue already. All right. So, what am I going to work on this next week? Well, my plan today is to finish the Hygge story and then do at least 100 Stitches and On Wicked Siblings. This week, we've only got 3 tasks in Magical Stitches, again with 100 stitches on it. The first one is Something with Bad Luck. So I'm going to work on Haunted House. So I'll be starting on the second pattern in this set, which is this one. It is The Lady Cooking. So there we go. That's where she's going to go. And then the next 2, one is something that you gave a second chance to. So this is a resurrected one from the archives. And then something that says Warm Winter Day. So this one's a little bit of a stretch, but I'm using Summer Patchwork because it was a resurrected whip. And none of the... I mean, you could have cupcakes on a warm winter day, right? So, that is what I shall do. Alright. So, those are the plans, and then once I get those done, then I will kind of I've got my decision wheel so I can spin and see what I'm going to work on the rest of the week, because I don't think either of those tasks will take all that long. So, anyhow, I hope everyone has a great week. That's kind of it for me. It's a short episode. Q&A always makes it go longer, so please do not hesitate to ask anything. And I'll see you all next time.